Alright, shit, man, we back. Another episode, the Man to Man podcast, man. My co-host D Butt, man, he's not here today, but he might be able to jump in like 20 minutes, man. But without further ado, man, we got one of the, I would say one of the best running backs I went against during my time, man. 3-time Pro Bowler, 2009 NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Um, what we can say, CJ2K, 2006 yards, only the sixth player in NFL history to go to do that. 2,509 scrimmage yards. Shoot, man, I could go on for days, man. CJ2K, man, what's up, bro?
Man, just chilling, man. Chilling, enjoying the retired life, man. Kicking back, enjoying just being there to watch these games come on every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night.
Nah, I can dig it, man. I'm doing the same thing, man. Just sitting back and just watching these games, man, as a fan. You know what I mean? Not having to, study no film or nothing like that, man. Just being able to enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the best part. And you got to put up with all the pressure and all the beating up of your body and all the mentalness and all that. You just get to chill, relax, and enjoy it, man, for what it is.
Nah, for sure. So I see you got the Tennessee Titans shirt on.
Yeah.
We was talking about before we got on here how we used to beat up on y'all or whatever in the division.
I don't know about that, man. Honestly, I don't even know what the record is. I know we used to go back and forth, though. I know we used to go back and forth, and especially used to hate playing y'all boy when y'all had Peyton, man. It was crazy, but man, it was always a good game. We knew it was gonna be a divisional game. It was gonna be a bang out. It was gonna be a tough game, and I always respected your game and all that. But you know what I'm saying? It's time to go and get that W tonight, though.
Nah, I respect it. But shit, let's talk about like your career, man. From Orlando, Florida. Obviously, you were Olympia High School, right?
Yeah, Olympia. Yeah.
Olympia High School. And just looking up, how do you get to East Carolina from Orlando, Florida? Obviously, you know what I mean. You got a bunch of schools in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
How did you get to East Carolina?
Man, well, my whole story was kind of different or crazy, however you want to put it together, man. Like I was never like a problem athlete or student, stuff like that. But coming up, my grades weren't all the way on point or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then they created a sliding scale. So at this point, I'm thinking like going into my 12th grade year, I think I had like a 2.2 grade average or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had that stacked against me. And on top of that, the first game of my senior year, I broke my leg. I did that. So I had a lot of things stacked up against me. But even seeing how things is these days, man, you seeing kids getting offered 9th, 10th grade. Is that, you know what I'm saying? So even my situation, me still not understanding how I ended up like that, because I've been starting on varsity since a freshman.
Wow.
Then on top of that, I was like the fastest guy out of Orlando. You know what I'm saying? One of the fastest in Florida. Ended up finishing second in state in track and field out of the whole Florida or whatever. So it was crazy. I never really understand why I didn't get the offers like that or whatever. But then again, I'm a running back weighing 145, 150 pounds or whatever like that. So there's a lot of different things stacked up against me. But if there was one thing I'd go back and change is when my high school track coach used to come to me and like, so and so these schools is coming in here asking about you.
Yeah.
So I hated track, but I was just fast, so I loved beating people and stuff like that. So I told my track coach, I'm like, man, I'm not going to school for track. Like, if they asking about me, I'm going to play. That's just how in tune I was into wanting to play football and make it to the league. So I'm telling them, tell these colleges I'm cool on track, this and that.
Yeah.
So if I could go back and change that, I probably wouldn't have did that, because ain't no telling. I could have went to like a bigger school, you know what I'm saying, being the second fastest guy in the whole state of Florida. I probably could have went to a bigger school and probably got 50% track scholarship, 50%
It's
football
football.
scholarship. And then
Yeah.
once I got there, some, coaches
Something with a shake. Yeah,
some
yeah.
when they knew I really didn't want to run track or whatever. So with all that being said, I still end up getting a D1 offer from East Carolina. I
Right.
had a D1 offer from Connecticut, and then I had a D1 AA offer from Eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
Automatically, that it came down to two schools: Connecticut or East Carolina. East Carolina
Mm-hmm.
promised me that I play running back. Connecticut say we'll give you a shot at running back, but we really want you to play cornerback or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I can go all the way back from that, I would have went
Yeah.
cornerback.
Play corner. Right, right, right.
I would have went and played corner because that you stay in longer, get paid
Yep.
high
Get
money
paid.
or
Yeah.
whatever like that. So I ended up going to East Carolina. I ended up going there, whatever. And it worked out for the best. I love my decision, whatever.
Yeah.
Just because I had to get it from the mud. I still made it happen. Still, like all the goals that I wanted to accomplish,
You accomplished.
I accomplished. So the route that I went and me going to East Carolina, I still accomplished that. Know what I'm saying? So I can't really dwell on that situation or whatever it is, what it is. But just I tell that story to the point of like me having kids now and me going through that situation. Now
Yeah.
I know if my kids go through that situation, I know how to know what I'm saying. I know how to give them advice. Know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's crazy because I know, like for me, like I was the first in my family to go to school to play a Division I sport or any sport at all. So like
saying?
really, it was like when I was trying to lean on somebody to get advice, it
Mhm.
was nobody I could really lean on to really get that sound advice besides my coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so yeah, like you said with me, I got two young sons. Obviously, they're not really into the age where they playing sports, but when it does come to that point, it's like, yo, okay, I can sit you down, I can kind of give you this advice. This is what Dad went through. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So I'm with you on that. So let's talk about when you get to East Carolina, man. You go to East Carolina. What you there? You got there? What 2000,
I got there my first year, 2004.
2004?
Yeah,
Shoot, you get significant playing time as a freshman.
yeah. So what happened was, so I go in, sure. Kids these days, they like, yeah, I'm going in, I'm 3 and done. I want to play as a true freshman, this and that, whatever. And it's understand for them to have that mentality because they've had somebody with them through this whole step
Mm-hmm.
of the way to let them know that you do this, you can do this, blah, blah, blah. See, me, I never had that person. So it was like, I'm 150, basically probably 145, soaking wet 150. And me going to play running back in college football, I know I need to gain some weight. So
Mm-hmm.
I go in expecting to be red shirted. Like I ain't tripping by it. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm going red shirted. I get to work out for a whole year, gain some weight, be ready. And then, as I'm coming in, it's two senior running backs. We
Yeah.
got two senior starting running backs. So I just know I'm not gonna play this year or whatever. So we go in, get the training camp. All the coaches, they're excited about the speed. They're excited about, the player that I am, this and that. So the goddamn season start, I'm not redshirting. So I'm starting on kick return or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm starting on kick return. So, we have a couple games go past, probably like 2 or 3 games go past, and offense not doing good, and this and that. So the coach, he throw me in my first play from scrimmage, I broke for I think it was like 86 yards,
Yeah.
86-yard touchdown. And after that, we get in meetings the next day. Coach like, the new star running back is me. So now I'm maybe at this point probably like 160, 165 pounds. I
Yeah.
been out through training camp, working out and stuff like that. I'm like 165. I'm a star running back, true freshman, this and that. So I get my playing time that year. Then the next year I start again. So I start my freshman, my sophomore year, my junior.
Mm-hmm.
So by this time, I already got my mentality like, man, listen, I'm 3 and out.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
I'm out of
Yeah.
here. I'm out of here. So I go into my 3rd year or whatever, right? So probably like the second game of the season, I get turf toe.
Mm.
I hurt my toe real bad.
Yeah.
So I miss probably like 4 or 5 weeks from that. When I come back, the coach, they hearing talk, so he already know what I want to do. So when I
Yeah.
come back, he don't even give him a starting job back.
So,
He don't give him a
yeah.
starting back. So he's going to playing games with me.
That's the politics for the people that don't know. That's the
Yeah,
politics. You know what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
politics. Yeah, that's the politics. Not knowing, like, if I know what I want to do, just keep my mouth shut, and when it come, do it. But then,
Yeah.
we talking about this, it get out, then the politics come, and now, we gotta hold him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, I get in, you throwing me at slot receiver, this and that. I go in the game every now and then, and I still remember we go to a bowl game this year. I probably played 2 snaps at slot receiver in the whole bowl game. So
Right.
I'm so mad. I'm hot. Like, I'm literally, so we play in Alabama. I stay in Orlando. So my parents come up to the game. So after the game, they let people who was close, you could drive home or whatever. But I
Yeah.
probably cried down there the whole time, all the way back to Orlando, just because I'm so mad. And I know, man, I really wanted to leave my
To
junior
leave
year.
right.
And not only that, just that, I'm thinking about the overall goal. Like, man, I want to go to league, but they playing with my life. Like, they playing with my career. Like, ain't no way somebody finna get drafted. This is my junior year, and I only played 2 snaps in the bowl game or
Yeah.
whatever. You've been playing with me throughout the whole long time. So when we go through that and we come back, I turn in my papers. I get like a seventh round free agent grade back. That's my junior year. So at this point, I don't got no trust in Skip Holtz, none of that. I ain't fucking with him at all. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at this point. So I'm like, man, I'm leaving. Like, I know if I get a 7th round grade just off what I've done up to this point, and once I go to the combine and run the 40, I know I can at least go 4th, 5th round.
Right.
Or whatever. So, he called me in his office. He sit me down. He break down the whole first, second, third round, how much money you get, this and that. And, basically just like, man, I just want you to believe in me. I want you to trust me.
This the coach?
This the head coach. Yeah, Skip Holtz.
Yeah.
Head coach. He like, yeah, man, I'm putting the offense on your back. I'm doing all this. So that's another, politics.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. I got a 7th round free agent grade. I can't do nothing but get better.
Right.
So, I'm like, man, even if he is lying to me, whatever. It can't do nothing but get better. So I came back, he did like he said. I had 3,000 all-purpose yards, broke all types of records, and ended up being a 1st round pick. You know what I'm saying? So I went from a 7th to free agent grade all the way up to a 1st round pick. Yeah.
So that check was totally different from that 7th round free agent to that 1st round. That check was totally different.
Totally different.
So let's talk about that process, man. So like you say, you put the work in for 4 years. You put the work in at East Carolina. So you go to you get ready to declare for the draft. Like, talk about that process, because I know everybody process is a little different. Where so say mine, I'm coming from Howard. I got a similar to what your grade was coming out your junior year. Mine was like a 7th grade to a free agent. So my process going into the draft was like, look, man, just work hard. All I want is that opportunity. So after your senior year, like, you killing shit. So it's like, okay, I got this 1st round grade. So what's your mindset going into that whole draft process?
Well, even after I did what I did, even once I came out, once I did what I did, my grade was a second, like late 2nd, 3rd round grade. Know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, I done did this. And then, they got all the running backs from the big schools, all the juniors.
Who was coming out? Who was coming out that year? Who came out that year?
I'm gonna tell you the running backs that went before me: McFadden, Jonathan Stewart, Mendenhall, Felix Jones, and then me. Know what I'm saying? That's 2 Arkansas. Where Mendenhall went?
Mendenhall went. Then he go
Illinois.
Yeah,
he went to Illinois, and Felix Arkansas, and then Oregon was Stewart. Stewart went to Oregon. So they got all this on me. You know what I'm saying? All this on me. So I'm like, dang. So my whole mindset was like, I gotta go, because a lot of guys, they like to go to places where they get one-on-one work, this and that. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm finna go somewhere where all these guys that is rated high. So I go out there and compete with these guys or whatever like that. So, you know, my whole mindset, man, I'm just finna outshow everybody, whatever. And then I say, and I still know I got this 40 to run. Don't help me. I got this 40 to run. So end up just putting my head down and just work. Worked on the 40 a lot, worked on a lot of different other things, stuff like that. Then went to the combine after I ran the 40. It was just over. Then I had my first round grade. Then it was just crazy from then on that.
So shit, talk about this 40, man. I know everybody always talk about it. You ran a official 4.24, right?
Yeah, 4.24.
So till this day, that's the fact. Like that's tied for the fastest ever at the combine, right?
No, it was the fastest, but then John Ross ran the 4.22.
4.22. Okay.
Hold on, let me get my charger, bro.
All right, bet.
Yeah, so John Ross ran the 4.22, which I kind of think was a politic thing too.
right.
But yeah, so he ran 4.22. I was 4.24 or whatever. I held the record for 10 years or whatever like that. But that process was crazy too, because you know you go to the combine, you have all these meetings with the teams and stuff like that. But they're like, yeah, what you think you gonna run in the 40 or whatever like that? I'm like, man, I'm gonna run the 4.25, man. Every single coach laughed at me, man. They ain't believe it or whatever. So when I went and ran under the 4.25, they was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. So shit, you run the 4.24. You know, I remember watching that. The that's all everybody was talking about. So you get drafted by the Tennessee Titans. At the time, Vince Young was your quarterback.
Yeah.
Like how was that process going into that organization? And what they was building out there? Because shoot, y'all had some vets out there. I know the boy David Thornton was out there. Shout out to DT. I think y'all had Chris Hope out there.
Keith Butler.
Corlin Finnegan was out there. So y'all had like some staple names there, some veteran leadership or whatever. So as a young guy coming into the building, like how was that walking into the building?
Man, it was crazy because like we had Albert Hainsworth too, Javon Kirk.
Yeah.
So like it was crazy because those are guys who I watched coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in college, high school. These guys in the league already. So I'm watching these guys, and then I'm coming to this team. And not only that, you know, shit, when I was in college, we watching Vince Young, Lindell White, these guys at Texas and USC. So I get to this organization, I see all these guys. So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm starstruck. I'm coming from East Carolina to where, you know, guys from here really don't go to the league or get drafted or whatever like that. So I'm starstruck. I'm like, dang, or whatever. But when I got into it, like when I got there, you know, that kind of just made me like, I'm like, man, I can't come out here and you know, not be one of the best ones. Like I'm trying to compete and show them like I'm really the real deal. It don't matter that I ain't go to the big school and stuff like that. I gotta show these guys I'm the real deal. You know what I'm saying? What kind of helped me with that, like my offense coordinator, Mike Heimerdinger, rest in peace to him, you know. But he had so much belief in me. Like when he first called me and he like, yeah, they saying that you're gonna be a third down back, but I'm telling everybody you're gonna be an every down back or whatever. I got all trust in you, I believe in you, this and that. So by him calling me in, telling me that, and me seeing all these guys, and I gotta compete. Know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like I couldn't let myself down, let coach down, and none of that stuff like that. So that would kind of help me.
Nah, that's dope. So we always talk about so we talk about a lot on here like relationships, right? So the type of relationships you can have, you know, after the game, right? So Lindell White, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like we be out AZ, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and you know out doing our
What up,
thing, out to
fellas?
dinner. What's good, D Buck? What's
Oh,
good?
man.
And
CJ,
I
what's happening? My bad, my bad. I'm jumping in the thing.
Nah, you good, you good. So we just talking about the relationships, right? And like I said, you know, we be out AZ, and you know, every time I'm out AZ, I see you and Lindell. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like talk about that relationship and how you know what I mean that relationship grew to what it is today.
Man, it's crazy because when I um when I got when I got to Tennessee, I already had so much respect for him coming from USC and all these championships and stuff like that. And then not only that, you know how a lot of guys is, especially when you coming to the league, like they like, okay, you play the same position I play. You're a first round pick. They bringing you in here to take my position and all this, all that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may have to think or may think like, oh, that there was gonna be a hater, he was gonna whatever, but not. Instead of that, he embraced me or whatever.
Yeah,
He embraced me, and like a lot of the plays that so a lot of the plays that we was running, like he had already been there, so he knew how to run a lot of them. Me coming from college, he taught me how to run a lot of the plays or whatever. No,
yeah,
yeah. As far as being patient, keep your shoulders square, all that type of stuff in his own running scheme. So he taught me a lot of that, and then as years went on, he ended up getting traded, getting hurt, and stuff like that. And we had just not only just at work, outside of work, we used to go to his house, chill, like just used to hang out, man. So we
yeah,
established a bond. Me and him and a lot of the other running backs, and we established a bond. And even once he was done playing football, I always looked at him as a true friend. So it wasn't a thing like it was like, oh, that was just my
your
teammate,
coworker,
yeah,
teammate,
my
yeah,
coworker or something like that. That was a real friend. So like, he wasn't playing ball no more. He was, he got like how I am now. I ain't got nothing to do. I got free time. So if somebody want to call me and say, come here, let's go hang out or come check out a game, I got time to do that. So he really wasn't doing nothing. So,
yeah.
I called him up, telling him, pull up, man, come check out a game, let's hang out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, ever since then, man, we just been real good friends.
Nah, that's real. That's real. That's real. Shit. So so from there, matter of fact, I do want to talk about something that you just went back, and I see you just went back and got your degree.
Yeah.
Like
That's what's
talk,
up, man.
yeah. Talk about that, man. Talk about like was that something that you always wanted to do, or was it a situation like you just said, shit, I'm in retirement, I ain't got shit to do. I might as well go back and get it.
Yeah. Well, it was a thing like, coming through college and like leaving high school, coming through college and all that, that wasn't even a thought in my mind. My thought was making it to the league. That's all I cared about. And then it was just like, sure, if you do all 4 years, you're going to be close to graduating or whatever. And then
Yeah,
what my first advisor that I had, Margaret Clayton, was there. She always telling me, I'm gonna make sure you finish your degree. I'm gonna make sure you finish it. I usually like, all right, cool, yeah, just whatever. And then, once I finished, I ain't really have much to do and stuff like that. And then, like what a lot of people don't know, it don't matter how much money you have once you're retired from the game, that transition into regular life from NFL life is always gonna be hard.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be hard. So, I'm trying to get into different business ventures and do different things or whatever like that. And then, I tried a few, they failed. And I'm like, man, honestly, I feel like for me to be successful in the business world and stuff like that, I need to go back to school, finish my degree, and take some classes and go from there. And it's
yeah,
crazy because I only had to do like 2 semesters for my degree. And in them 2 semesters, I learned more in them 2 semesters than I did my
your
whole
whole time.
in
You
college.
really, you were really paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really paying attention.
Yeah, I already know.
So I
Yeah.
learned that much more, and that actually the stuff that I was learning actually helped me into my business venture as far as marketing and different things, stuff like that.
Nah, that's real. So shit, talk about some of them business ventures, man. I know I think you had some
I had supplements.
supplements. Yeah.
Supplements. I was doing a little trucking company, and then I got a coffee shop. That's really what I'm putting all my focus on right now.
The coffee shop?
Yeah, the coffee shop, you know.
Huge industry, boy.
What's the name? What's the name
a
of
huge
it?
industry.
It's called Just Love Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, Just Love Coffee. So just right now, like opening up that shop here in Orlando and also being part owner of the whole entire brand, you know, by the end of like within the next 6 months, we'll have like 40 total stores open. But you know, just like learning how to, you know, promote the store, promote the brand, market the brand and all that. Like I learned a lot of that when I went back. So that's what I'm really focusing all my time and energy on.
Yeah. So when you throwing up these 40 stores, are you focusing in one area? Like it's going to be Southeast Florida, or are they going to be nationwide?
Oh no, it's nationwide. So it's like I'm not building all stores, 40 stores so people can buy franchises.
Franchise. Okay, bet.
Yeah. So it's like that. So I ended up getting in on it, buying the franchise, and then you know just sitting back thinking, and I'm like, man, why I spent? Because what I did was I had signed a 3-store deal or whatever, and then I was just thinking about it and go, I'm like, man, I might as well just invest in the whole company instead of just being a franchise to different stores. I might as well invest in the whole company, you know, help market the company, help build a brand, and have other people buy stores. So I'm actually only opening, I got 1 store, and it's like 39 other people that done bought stores, and we currently still selling them and stuff like that.
That's what's up, man. And you touched on it real quick though, just talking about that transition. We talk about on the field, off the field a lot on this show. And you know, everybody deal with different challenges, you know, making that transition. Like, what was like that one thing for you? Because I know for me, it was like just being in that locker room. It wasn't even so much the games, it was just the locker room, the traveling, and just having that, you know, kind of that mob you move with. And obviously been on the outside, you watching the game still. I went through a phase that first season, like I couldn't even really watch ball like that, honestly, till like the end. But what was the toughest thing for you on being out?
Yeah, I think the same thing like you say, because, you know, when we playing, our life is on a schedule. You wake up in the morning, you go eat breakfast, you chill in the locker room with your homies, y'all go to meetings, y'all go to weightlifting, y'all go to practice, come back from practice, meeting, chilling, just kicking it. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so by the time you do get home on a regular day, it's time to, you watch a couple shows or whatever, time to go to sleep. But when you're done playing, it's like your body's so used to waking up early. You wake up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, dang, what I'm gonna do today? Now I'm just sitting around here looking crazy. Like you have nothing to do. So that was kind of like the hardest thing, because like when I'm home, I can't like get up, wake up 8, 9 o'clock and call my friends. They gotta work. Work, doing whatever they do to feed their family and stuff like that. So I'm just home by myself, not doing nothing. So so that's kind of like the hardest thing, because you're so used to being around the locker room and all your friends and all that stuff. So when that's taken away from you, you got to find something else to get into. And we just so used to playing football our whole lives. So it's hard to just transition. Like it honestly took me maybe like 2.5, 3 years just to fully like I'm just fully transitioning like within the last 5 to 6 months, and like this was the 3rd year retired.
Same. I say the same, for real.
Yeah. But shit, I'm in here taking notes, man. Cause shit,
you fresh out.
Yeah, my time right around the corner, man. So you know, I'm taking notes, man, and I already know it's gonna take time. I know that shit gonna be tough. So you know, I just you know, I love just kind of hearing it from you guys, man. What it is and what it's like.
Yeah, just like you said, man. Just our whole lives since we was probably teenagers been on the schedule. And now you hit, you know, you're in your 30s, and like you said, you jump out of bed, you like, damn, what am I gonna do? You know, spending time with the kids, spending time with the fam. But at some point, it's like, damn, I gotta do something. And it's my 3rd year out, and just really kind of put myself on the schedule, doing the podcast thing, doing other business ventures, just keeping you busy. I just had to get busy for real, because I took that first, and we need time to just chill and decompress. You know what I mean? If you played long enough, you know, took care of your money, you got time to do that. So taking advantage of that, and then once you kind of find what you're passionate about, man, that's really the thing, man. Is staying active. Because I know a lot of cats who struggle on the other side, man. It ain't always financially either. It's really mentally, like how you identify. Am I just a football player? What am I? when I take that helmet and that jersey off. So reach out to somebody too. Don't be afraid to reach out to a homie and be like, hey man, damn, what you been doing? I'm dealing with this. You dealt with that? Like just reach out, man. For real. You never know where you could find help at.
Yeah.
For real.
Shit. Hey man, let's jump on that 2009 season though. NFL Offensive Player of the Year, right? You was balling. Basically, you was in your zone. You know what I'm saying?
I was supposed to be MVP now. I was supposed to be MVP.
Who won it that year? That was my rookie year.
They gave it to Peyton.
Oh man.
We went to the bowl that year. Lost in New Orleans. So talk about that year though. Talk about how it was, because I can only imagine like each game shooting up. It's like, well, shit, I know I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna rush for another 100-some yards. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you was in that zone. Like, so just 200, right? Like, just talk about that year. Talk about how you was feeling.
Man, it's crazy, man. I was in the zone. Like that was a different type of level, man. Like, I was in the zone. Like, it was crazy because before the year started, training camp, they asking questions, what's your goals and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna rush for 2,000 yards this year. Saying it, and I was confident about it, know what I'm saying? But I didn't know like what type of pedestal that was put like 2,000 yards on whatever. But I just knew we had a good offensive line. I knew we liked to run the ball. And I just knew my last game of my rookie year was that playoff game where I got hurt. And I just knew how I felt in that game. It was like I was like stepping into another level. Know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was good my rookie year, but how I was doing Ravens defense in that playoff game, like I felt on a whole total different level. So I felt that momentum kind of kicked into my second year or whatever. So just going throughout the season, like the first couple games, I was having cool games, like 100 here, 100 there. And then like, before you look up, like I think it was like week 10 or something. Like week 10, I think I had probably like 1,300 yards already. You know what I'm saying? I had like that. I'm like, damn. So like, now I've been saying this. Now the media is on board. Now the coach is on board. The offense, everybody's on board now. Everybody's on board. So it was like, it was crazy. Then, like every single game, I just 150, 170, 200, just kept going, keep breaking the long runs. And it's hard to explain, man. I was just in the zone, man, and it just kept happening. And the crazy thing about that whole season was I was focused on 2,000 yards. I broke the 2,000-yard record. I didn't even know that I broke the scrimmage yard record till after the game when they interviewed me and they asked me, how do you feel about a scrimmage record? I'm like, huh, what is you talking about? I ain't even know I broke that record. And then it was crazy because in that same game, I broke for another 70-yard run that would have went over the 2,000, and they called it back. But I really had a real chance. Before we went into that game, the whole team was like, man, fuck 2,000 yards. We want to break the overall record. So I had a real chance at doing it. But when they run the 70-yarder back, man, it was like, damn. But I was just in the zone, man.
Nah, that shit dope. When the offensive line, when the coaches,
they be locked in.
Hey, they be locked in. So shit. So when everybody buy in, it's like, okay, coach is gonna give me a few more runs. He gonna give me a few more screens and shit. So it's like it's inevitable at that moment in time. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, what you show love to the O-line? I know you had to show love to that boy.
It's crazy that you mentioned that, man. I said some wild shit at the beginning of the season. I'm like, man, if I rush for 2,000 yards, I'm gonna buy all my offensive line cars. I ain't got no money like that. Man, and the shit actually happened, man. I'm like, damn. So I ended up it was a jewelry company in Nashville. I ended up working the deal out with them, and I bought everybody diamond engraved watches.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. They probably still got them things, man.
Yeah.
2K. So who right now, who your backs right now, man, that you feel like can kind of affect the game that you do? Like who will be those top 3 to 5 guys?
Top 3 to 5. Yeah. Right now, who is my number 1 guy right now is Cook. Dalvin Cook.
Hey,
nope. Yeah,
he toting that thing right now.
He in the zone right now. Shit.
Yeah, he in the zone right now.
Yeah, in the zone right now. Him, like Henry. You can't Henry just beast.
Yeah.
He all out beast right now. And then I like Zeke and also Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, Alvin Nasty. Yeah, Alvin in his own right now. He's a lot. He's been a lot of the offense, especially when Mike Thomas out.
Yeah.
Coming into the season, it was some they were talking about whether they're going to trade him, was they going to pay him. You know, he had some back. So like going like. I feel like when you was in the league, like it was still like you had to have that running back bell cow. You still get paid, and now I feel like guys like a lot of them don't even get drafted in the first round no more. A lot of them don't want to pay them. You know, you got Henry got paid, C-Mac got paid, Cook got paid. But where you think that running back position going?
Man, I don't like how they value the running back position. Honestly, man, I don't like it because if you look at every Super Bowl team, every team that's ran deep in the playoffs, they gotta have a running game, and we take the most hits and all that. So I don't like for these but the last couple years, like these guys, they getting paid way easier than we was getting paid. Like man, I rushed for 2,000 yards, came back rushed for 1,400 yards, and I still had to hold out.
Damn,
these guys they play 1,100, 1,200, and they getting paid before you know what I'm saying, before camp or any of that. So, you know, I just think as players as a whole, they paying guys much easier.
Yeah.
But I still feel like I wish one day that the league would go to, instead of getting paid like by position, just like players on your team, like the number one player get paid this much, the number two player get paid this much.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what position you play. Like if a quarterback can make what, 30 million?
40.
40. Right, 40, yeah.
You mean to tell me the running back can only make 10 million, 12 million? I'm taking all of it. But we understand how important the quarterback position is, but you got stand-up DNs making 20 million.
If you look at it, like you said, you go by team, like you look at the position, like on your team, like you look at the Titans, Henry need to be the highest paid player on that team. You look at the 49ers, it probably need to be Kittle or probably Bosa. Well, you know what I mean? Like so I definitely respect that.
Hell yeah. So shit, you talk about D Henry, man. Let's talk about the Titans, man. Like how you think their season is going. Obviously you like him at the running back position. Like overall, like how do you see the team? You think they're gonna win the AFC South?
Man, we're doing pretty good right now, man. As long as they keep feeding Henry, but I feel like everybody know about Henry, but I think what's really helping us out is AJ Brown at receiver, man. He's making so many plays, and without him, we wouldn't have as many wins as we had, man. Because you know everybody gonna stack the box on Henry, man, and for him to make them plays on the outside. He don't understand how much pressure he's taking off of Henry and that whole offense, man. So if we continue to run the ball and also him make plays on the outside, I think we'll be real hard to stop.
Yeah, good team. The boys surprised a lot of people going as far as they did last year. I know they surprised me. And Tannehill going through the playoffs, throwing 80, 90 yards, winning playoffs games. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. But we gonna see. I like my coach to figure it out and win it. But you know, Phillip Rivers, man, he gotta do something, man. They gotta do something on that offense side of the ball. They defense got that stick, man. They fly around, they tough in the middle. So yeah, I'm still taking my coach, but the Titans gonna be tough. It's probably gonna come down to the last week. You know how that AFC South be.
Hey, D-Buck, how many times you lose to the Titans, D-Buck?
Shit. I probably. Let me think. Did I lose to them? We was on like
you probably 50-50 now.
Not in Indy. Well, I know
I know I'm just talking about because twice a year, so I don't think either one of us ever just sweep the series. I was there with Luck for 6 years, and I can't remember. We broke the record for like most division games or some shit like that. So I gotta check, man. I know that game when y'all came to New England. It was in October. That was my rookie year. I caught my first pick there. Kerry Collins was our quarterback, and it was a flash
snowstorm out of nowhere. I'm talking about it was supposed to be probably 40 degrees. It just started coming down. I see y'all over there pre-game. I said, oh yeah, these boys ain't ready to play. What was that?
When y'all playing in the snow. Oh, that shit was ugly.
It was ugly, man. We're ready to go home, man.
I was about to say, what was y'all mindset when y'all see that snow start coming down?
Man, it was crazy because like we never played in nothing like that, never tried to catch the ball in nothing like that. And I'm from Florida, so cold period, I ain't with it. I'm not with it. So then when we get out there and it's like, damn, we get out there and just see how y'all ain't even tripping about it. We like they just out here like a regular sunny day. I'm like, boy, it's gonna be a long day. Then when I see Randy get 80-yard bombs down the field, I'm like, what? We can't even catch the ball.
I remember that. Yeah, I was looking. You know, you could just look. You could just see in the team eyes like, oh no, they weren't ready for this.
These boys ready to go home.
Ready because in New England, it could be nice outside 1 hour, and the next hour it's snowing or sleet or some shit. So for us, it was like shit, whatever. You see Brady, Oh, we practicing whatever, you know. But Bill come out there, hey, we got to play in it. You out there slipping and shit. He ain't trying to hit none of that. Hey, get you some shoes that work. He don't care about none of that. So, but it's good though, because when you practice like that, when you prepare like that, whatever thrown at you on game day, you like shit. We done practicing worse. So shit. We ain't mind it. We ain't mind, especially when you got a situation like that when another team coming from another environment. It may be warm where they at. They come up in it's cold. But we used to run to that same situation though. We go to Miami in December. You know, it done been cold for the last 2-3 months. We go down to Miami week 15. It's 85 degrees out there. That's what we always struggle. So I mean, it worked both ways.
Yeah.
Definitely worked both ways.
Hey, question for you. From A Sizzle 76. Did Ted Ginn really challenge you to a race at a pool party in Miami, and who was faster?
Ooh, I paid to see that.
He challenged me, but he ain't never show up to the race. He never showed up to the race.
Shit.
But you know, things we was at a pool party, everybody been drinking and all
talking shit. Yeah.
It really wasn't gonna happen.
Damn, pull hamstring and some more shit.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. Who done? I want to know who you don't win at because I know DRC from up that shit from up there around that area. Who else?
Yeah, me and DRC actually coming out of college, going into the draft, man. Me and DRC, we used to race.
Y'all both at Shaw? Tom Shaw?
We both at Shaw, yeah.
Okay.
Ain't lose not them one of them.
I gotta confirm that. He ain't gonna lie either, so I definitely gotta confirm that. We gotta get shit on him, man. Who gave you the best run for your money though? I know you had to line up against somebody.
Honestly, nobody really gave me a run for my money. Honestly, man, the only race I ever lost was in high school to Walter Dix, and you know he's a Olympic.
That's the
only guy. Yeah, that's the only guy I ever lost to in the race. Honestly,
that's crazy. So you knew going into the combine that you was probably gonna break that shit.
Yeah, honestly, I was telling before you got on. I was telling all the coaches that I was gonna run a 4.25. I think the record was 4.28. I was telling I was gonna run a 4.25. All the coaches, they were laughing at me. They thought I was just putting on. And I went lower than the 4.25, so it was crazy.
That's crazy. I think
you couldn't tell me shit if I ran a damn 4.2. I ran a 4.39. You still can't tell me shit,
man. So I went to school with Ty Vaughn. You play with Ty too, CJ.
Yeah.
So he came out the year before me. He went like 4.2 something, low 4.3. So I'm thinking we racing, we go back and forth. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get the cup. I gotta go 4.2, 4.3. This shit sweet.
Yeah.
I went out there 4.4. I said, oh shit. Hey. So when you see y'all, did y'all already touch on Ross breaking that shit?
Say that again.
Y'all already touched on Ross breaking the record, the combine record.
Really, we said
we talked. We mentioned it. We ain't really jumped on.
Oh, okay. I want to know how you felt about that shit because I know you was watching.
Yeah, I was watching, man. I kind of felt like, you know, the combine was getting boring, so they had to do something to, you know, keep having to say he broke it. Because when they did the side by side, it showed that I pulled off on them.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how he got that. And then I never seen it take that long for the time to come back in. And I never seen, like, if you ran a 4.28 with your unofficial time, I never seen your official time the exact same. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
his unofficial was 4.22 and his official was 4.22. So
we got to make some calls, man.
Make some calls. Yeah.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, conspiracy. So it is what it is, man. I held it for 10 years, so it is what it is.
That's a long ride, especially with how these cats coming out the womb these days, boy.
These motherfuckers different.
Yeah, all the way different.
You talked about your recruit process. I know I came in late, man.
You came in late, man.
Wait, real quick. I don't care. I gotta know how the hell. I gotta know how this nigga got this ECU. I got to know that.
Ain't nobody trying to answer the same questions 3-4 times, man. But
I just want to know real quick.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, UConn.
Yeah. So they offered me a scholarship too, but they was telling me, like, I had 2 D1 offers, Connecticut and ECU. So they was telling me at Connecticut, they was like, man, if you come here, we'll give you a shot at playing running back, but we want you to play cornerback. ECU is like, we're gonna let you play running back. So I ended up going to ECU. Basically. And then my grades went all the way where they were supposed to be. I broke my leg my senior year. I ended up coming back playing I played the last 4 games of the season my senior year. I went for over 1,000, but shit, it just ain't work out that way.
I feel it. Okay. Damn, AB, you straight now? What else y'all talked about? Damn.
I'm fucking with you. Shit. And it was something else I wanted to ask you. Shit, how the label going? You got a label too, huh?
Yeah, I got a label, man. That's just something for fun, man. It ain't nothing like that.
I had a label too, bro, and that's one regrets I got in my life.
Yeah,
bro. I wish I never would have did that shit, bro.
That music shit, like trying to get to the league
bro,
again.
I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. People ask me like, what regrets? I'm like, yo, I ain't got too many regrets because I've, a lot of times you can learn from different situations. But that shit right there, boy.
That shit is peace, man. That shit is peace. And then when they like, it take $200,000-$300,000 to get a hit and this and that, like what? Nah, I ain't prepared. Like when I was getting my label, I was doing for something fun, and the dudes that I had around me, I wanted them to blow. But honestly, I'm not willing to invest $500,000 into music, and I was gonna come out of it.
Hey, bro, I was the same way. My shit was just all for fun. My guy was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, you all right, we're gonna see what you can do. But then it's like, man, what? How much? hey, look at here.
Where that shit going though? Like who you paying? Like you paying?
And it's like marketing. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't know shit about the music business, so it's so many scam artists in the music business. So you might be listening to him and he like, man, you pay me $50,000, I'm gonna get you to this.
Mm-hmm.
You pay him $50,000, he ain't did nothing or whatever. Then it's like, man, it's just a whole bunch of things whole bunch of broken promises.
Yeah.
Pay for these broken promises. You know what I'm saying?
Pay a motherfucker to play your song on the radio.
Like get spins and shit.
Like, you know what? I'm glad I caught it early though, because
me too.
I could have been out here sick.
Yeah, stuck. So all right, so both of y'all have been through it. Both of y'all tried the music thing. So I know it's a lot of young cats who still gonna try it. So just drop some game on them, man. What to avoid, what to do, what not to do. Actually, matter of fact, shout out to Melvin Ingram. He just dropped some shit too. It's straight too.
Melvin.
I seen some of that.
But if I was to give some advice, I wouldn't tell a younger guy. I wouldn't tell them not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because sure, they might get lucky and might get or whatever. I just say the person whoever they invest in or whatever, make sure they got a real good work ethic, because if they want to do it, they got to put in the work, man. It ain't just gonna happen overnight. They gonna have to put in the work, and they also gonna have to spend some of their own money too.
Yeah. And I'll piggyback on that, because that was my thing, because I'm looking at at the artist is, and because I know as far as like the way I approach my craft, football, like I'm gonna put 110%. Like you're not gonna have to tell me like, yo, Twan, go work out. I'm gonna go do.
Yeah.
I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things about my craft like you're not gonna have to tell me to do. But if I'm looking at you like, yo, like why you not in the studio? Like, so if I gotta ask you them questions and this is your career and I'm spending my money, so it's like CJ just said, like, yo, whoever you invested in, you gotta know that they in it. And again, like you said, they gotta put some something into the game as well. They just can't be sitting on put some skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, you gotta do your research. You gotta do your research. You gotta know what you're getting into.
Either one of y'all got a studio?
Hell no.
Because I went through a scenario with one of the artists or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling him, I call him and I'm like, man, why you ain't at the studio, man? Like, I booked you studio time I booked you studio time at 8 o'clock. Either you ain't showing up to the studio or you getting there hella late, your session over this and that. I'm like, bro, why do I'm like, you talking about you ain't got no ride to the studio. Well, I'm like, bro, if one of these chicks around here call you, tell you to pull up,
you go, your ass go get there.
You get there.
Get there. So if you ain't taking the same effort with making sure you at the studio on time or this and that, then bro, you ain't doing nothing but wasting money. You ain't doing nothing but wasting money because once I book the studio time, they gotta get paid for whether you show up or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you just gotta be smart about it.
Yeah, man. That rap game tough, man. Big bro still in that rap. Money making Mitch. Shout out to Money making Mitch. But so on that flip, is that a good investment though? Is to get a studio and then have cats just paying for that studio time, or does that depend on kind of where you at?
Yeah, it really depends on where you at, man. Especially in the city and stuff like that.
Yeah, because studio ain't cheap. Like that equipment, that shit ain't cheap.
You gotta get quality shit.
Yeah, quality shit. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I thought my dog was gonna be on getting Grammys and shit.
I wish, man. I wish.
It ain't over yet. You might have the next hot one run up to, hey man, I heard you say, listen to me shit real quick, bro.
Yeah, man. These rappers, man, they got a formula and we don't know it. So we got to
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Sure. We got another question for you. Pepe from Mexico. What's one lesson he can share that you learned from playing that applied to the way he manages his business?
Just mainly put in that work, man, and understand, like, if you're running a business, what I apply to it, just like if I get a playbook and we're learning a certain play, like how I was like to do it when I was playing. Even though I'm playing running back, I still want to know what the quarterback's supposed to do, the receiver's supposed to do, and the offensive line's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because how they do it in these leagues, like goddamn, we'll run the same play, but instead of running back, I might be in the slot. So I still need to know what we're doing. So if I'm running the business and something go wrong, I don't want to have to go to ask somebody what's going wrong, and it's my business. So I want to know what the cook's supposed to be doing, the person at the register, what everybody's doing. I want to know what everybody's supposed to be doing. So if I see something going wrong, I can go fix it myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have to rely on somebody else to ask them.
Makes sense.
Good shit.
Shout out Pepe from Mexico. He been locked in. He been locked in all the lives.
Yeah, he been locked in. Yeah, for real. For sure. You got anything else, D-Buck?
No, we good, man. I know CJ got to get out of here. He got some business to handle.
I
appreciate you joining us, bro.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Nah, for sure. We're going to check back in, man, later on in the year, man, see what these Titans doing, man.
All right, Lord. We can do that.
All right, bro.
All right, bet.
Boop.
Shoot, man. We can take some more questions. So that was CJ2K, man. He a legend, man. Definitely appreciate him stopping in. For sure. Man, what else y'all got going on out there? Chelsea. I see Chelsea in here.
Any player props y'all like? Any over-unders? Who y'all betting on tonight? Anybody betting on the game? Shout out to Chelsea. Chelsea, I think I tweeted Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea, man.
Brett Fitz, yeah, that is Antoine Bethea. Man.
Oh, my baby got straight A's. There we go, baby.
Straight A's, huh?
Yeah, my 7th grader. Straight A's, 12 years old, in the virtual distance learning.
That's what's
Shout out
up.
to y'all parents out there, dealing with your kids being home or, in school, half the time out of school. All of us adjusting and figuring it out still. So shout out to all y'all out there, man.
Yeah,
You got
brother.
anything else?
Nah, man. AB, any plans on becoming a coach? I'm not retiring you, but you mentioned it is getting close. If I do coach, it'll be on the high school level. I'm not coaching in college or the pros. If it was anything in the pros, I would love to get in the front office. I would love to scout some talent, be able to make some decisions, man.
Yeah,
But,
we need more like you in the front office, man. More of us.
Yeah. Shit, you too, man. Definitely. If I get in a position, I'm I'm trying to get my man D Bud out there.
Yep. I just
Even
talked
though-
to Pagano today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though on the show you be making some
Hey, if I get there front office, trust me, we winning. I tell you that much. It's gonna be a little unorthodox, but we winning. We winning. You better believe that.
Nah, I respect it. It. I can dig it. But sure, man. If y'all ain't got no more questions, man, sure, I'll get up out of here. Get ready for this game.
Yes, sir. Enjoy this game tonight. Let me see. I got to look over my computer. Joe, 78.5. That's Henry over under.
That's tough. That's a close one. That's a tough one right there. 78.5. I'm gonna go over.
Over. Oh,
That's tough. I ain't gonna front.
I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say we keep under. Yeah, because I know that's all they talking about all week. Hey, 2-2, 22.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna be able to stop Henry, keep him under 80, keep him under 78.5, put it in. When you go into this game with me and you'll probably have the same game plan. Hey, 417 to beat you. He threw for like 160 yards last week.
No question.
Force him to beat you. So take the game out of 2-2 hands as much as possible. I think they do a good job at that. Got some strong cats in the middle of that defense with Grover and Butler.
Up front, They got
sideline backers who fly around, and you got DBs who not afraid to throw their hat in there. So I'm gonna say they keep them under that 78 yards.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
That is tough, though. I'm telling you, Vegas be on that shit, bro. Watch you probably end up with 77 yards or 82 yards or some shit.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
What about pass? I think Phillip Rivers, his over-under is like 260, according to FanDuel. I couldn't get on Pat's show today. I was doing some traveling. That's why I jumped on this stream late, too. But what you think about that over-under for Rivers?
How much was it?
260.
Under.
I say under 2. Titans, they added Desmond King. He had a fumble to the crib last week. Good player though. And I think the Colts they're gonna try their hardest to get that run game established tonight. Hasn't been very successful as far as yards per carry. Taylor hasn't really found his stride yet. I like Wilkins. I like the kind of running back by committee, but I think you need a bell cow. You need somebody you can hand that thing off to 18, 22 times a game and, get you 4.5 a pop. So I'm going to say they try to establish that run tonight, but I'm going to say Phillip Rivers under.
Should be a good one though. It should be a good game tonight. Yeah. Should Colts get this win, man? They right back at the top for the AFC South. So it should definitely be a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Nah, man. That was a good show, man.
Yeah, good show,
CJ2K.
man. Appreciate y'all joining us.
As always,
When we back. Monday, Overreaction Monday.
Overreaction Monday. Y'all be on the. Hey, look, we gonna keep y'all posted, man. We gonna get this merch popping, man. We gonna say that every show. We about to get this merch popping. We gonna send
Every
it out
show.
to a few people. Might give y'all a good care package.
Pepe definitely on the list. Pepe from Mexico on the list. I don't know
Definitely.
if Van jumped in today, but Van Albright on the list. Chris Pink on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chelsea gonna work her way on the list. Definitely got some people. So
Shout
shout
out
out to
Chelsea.
everybody, man.
Everybody showing
We
love.
see these names that continuously pop up. We remember them, so keep them a lookout, man. Christmas right around the corner.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Right,
man. Appreciate y'all. Another episode. Man to
yeah.
Man Pod, Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Boom, 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 boom.